Hey folks, this is Shantron here, and welcome to my corner of the internet. Today we're going to take a look at the Bernard fight in the Mage Tower. This is for the Untouchable challenge. I'm playing solo, except for some camp buffs, and I'm not allowed to take any real points of damage. Okay, so here we go. The first thing you'll notice is that there are Sorcerer blooms placed around the place to take care of the enchanted armors. They won't be able to join us in this fight, which is great, because Bernard is a mouthful on his own. I put down some grease in the spots where Bernard would be able to get up to the high ground, so to speak, because I want to be able to claim the high ground, and now he has to walk through that. He's not a jumper. I am, in just a second. We use Enhanced Leap here, and Favourable, of course, and then we just need to drop down some potions of healing. So this fight would probably have been a lot easier if I just respec'd into 2 levels of Warlock, because at this point, level 5, you can do the double Eldritch Blast from your actions, which is gonna deal a ton of damage to Bernard, because he's not resistant to that type of damage, and he is resistant to basically anything I do. So let's get Shovel down. I just kept him up there to, actually her up there, to give her the little bit of healing from my healing potion before we start. I consider throwing a flask of grease here as well, but that might start combat. I'm not entirely certain how it works if I actually hit them. So let's open on Bernard's. You won't be surprised because he has alert. But there's a surface of ice below him now, and he has a quite decent chance of falling, which he of course did there. Shovel enters the fight as well. She won't be doing much except just standing over there, attacking that guy to get him as low as possible for later. Now we have the grease button ready, and we have the Halo of Spores to break it. I also pick up the candle there, because we don't want to set fire to these inadvertently. Now Bernard has to get through 2 puddles of grease to get up to me, and I can shoot him now because he's prone. As long as he's prone, he won't be able to do any stuff back to me. And as you see here, poison damage and necrotic damage both reduced to 0, because he both has resistant, which halves the damage. Not against the necrotic, actually, but against the poison at least. And he also takes 1 point of damage away from every single attack that hits him. So the way of stacking damage that I use is quite annoying. Now we can do this here, the moonbeam. This is what I'm gonna use to get through his resistances as stuff. You can see 13 hit points there, and he's gonna take damage again once it's his turn. I can also get in my offhand shot on him now. Critical hit is fine, but it was still only 8 points of damage. You can see the necrotic is carrying the weight of, of most of it there. Shovel does her thing, and now we are back to Bernard just in a second. We have to wait through this whole time. So 20 points of damage from the one action is a lot better than my shots. Unfortunately, he saves against this grease, which means that I'm now in range for his passive effect there, and I need to disengage to get away so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity on me. But it's fine. Doesn't matter too much. In a second, he'll be stunned. He only has the lightning stuff for 2 rounds there, and him being stunned up there is okay. I can still reach him from over here. So I put down that healing potion, and I was sort of supposed to break it now with the Halo, but just click end turn for some reason, I don't know. Good. Once again, through all the armors, they're just whirring and creaking. He gets stunned while he's over there, and I can move the moonbeam up to him. He will now be standing in it for, I think, this turn, his next turn I mean, and the next turn again, because he will be stunned for his next turn. Now I break the potion of healing to get my bonus, and I can go and shoot at... I shoot at the low guy here. I want to kill him so that I can get my temporary hit points back up from Bloodlust, so we don't get a situation where we risk dying. And that is the plan, and I should have stuck to that, but unfortunately I'm apparently a moron. And what I do here is that I go and shoot Bernard just in a second. Yeah, I contemplate using an acid splash to see if it deals more damage, and it might, because he's not resistant to acid either, but I don't think it's for certain. So main action shot on Bernard, which is dumb, because, as you'll see now, that will trigger his legendary action. I'm just going to pause here for a second. This had me horrified. The fact that he does his beam back on me there was not in my mind. He was not supposed to do that. I had misread his legendary action and not taken it purely into account. I thought he can only do it when he had the lightning swirly aura around him, and that was not the case. So this could have just caused me the run. He deals 3d8 points of damage. I think we can show that just here. And 3d8 points of damage has a quite a high chance of rolling 12 and above, which is what it would need to do to damage me in this situation. It could, of course, have made my save, in which case it would have had to roll maximum damage in order to hurt me, so it's not too bad. But I also could have failed it, so let's get back to the fight. Now that I have shot him for the first time, I might as well shoot him a second, and yet another critical hit is awesome, but still not too much damage there. And it doesn't matter too much at this point. He's stuck over there, and it'll take him a long time to get to me. So we should have the fight locked down now, and it was really dumb that I did the shot there. I could just have not done it, killed the low guy instead, and Bernard would still have died to the moonbeam in just a second here. I place it on top of him, it deals a little bit of damage, but when it gets his turn again, he's gonna die from it, because there's not really any way that it doesn't deal like 3 points of damage I think he has left at this point. Halo Spores just to try and mob up the other armors and stay as far away from Bernard in case anything happens as possible. And there we go. Bernard is dead. You didn't really see it, but he's now a pile of, I guess, metal. And we just have to mob up the rest once. I've sped up the last portion of this, and I think we're gonna put on some music or something. You can stay and watch it if you want. It's just killing these guys as fast as possible. But other than that, yeah, it was a fun fight, and got a little scared there, I must admit. But I'll leave you to the music for a while. Let me just jump in here. This guy over here is the fun one to kill. I have a nice string now. Just starting there, critical miss, and we go miss, and we go critical miss, and we go miss, critical miss, and we go miss. And I think we even have one more miss before we actually deal a few points of damage and kill him there. So, thank you for joining if you have been. I've been Chandran. You've most definitely been awesome. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and bye-bye.